So in this video, I just want to talk a little bit about what happened yesterday, my thoughts about being trained one-on-one for the first time, and just pretty much how yesterday went. So if you haven't seen the video, the live that I did yesterday, go check it out. What happened was yesterday was the first time I've ever been trained one-on-one. I did kickboxing. So if you guys have watched any of my some of my lives, and even a video I made last year, giving a big shout out to Big Mike from KBFIT2.0. He's the owner of the gym that I train at. I consider him a friend. I met him a few years ago. I think it was back in 2018, maybe even 2017. But when I moved out here to this area, needed a gym to train at. So he was actually one of the trainers at the UFC gym. I took some classes there in the morning, so I learned some basics of kickboxing, but you know, it's much different doing a class versus one-on-one training. So anyways, years go by and now I'm actually a trainer at his gym, so it's kind of funny how things have changed. And when I first started training at his gym, I told him, man, Mike, I want you to train me because like kickboxing is really fun. It's really good cardio, and I just, you know, kind of learning the basics of how to fight is fun. But I never just had a chance to do it. Funny thing is, my girlfriend, she actually gets trained by him. And I like to watch her get trained. I like to watch Mike train everybody, honestly. Watching him train is just really, like, I don't know, very motivating, and it's very interesting. And when I'm watching it, it's much different from actually going through it. So when I watch it, you know, the clients look tired, they look exhausted, they look like they're having fun at the same time. But, you know, it's much, like I said, it's much different watching it versus experiencing it. And depending on how he trains, because he also does regular training too. If you're just doing strength training, he does strength training as well. But I think his specialty is probably kickboxing. So, you know, I was able to like learn the basics, learn a lot of different stuff in the session. As you see, the session kind of progresses. It started off easy in terms of intensity, just learning a little bit of movements. And then as the session goes on, it gets more and more exhausting until the end where I'm barely hanging on for dear life. The circuit part was so hard because by the time I got to the circuit part, I was already tired from all the drills of the actual kickboxing. My shoulders were tired. There was a drill in there where I had to hold the dumbbells, 3-pound dumbbells, do like shadow boxing, drop them, and then speed. I had to do that 10 times. That one was probably the one that actually got my shoulders tired at the beginning, for the whole session, because after that, everything else, my shoulders were just tired. And so then by the time I went to the circuit, where I had to like, you know, do the battle ropes and pull the sled, my arms were just done. It was very exhausting. One of my best friends asked me, or my best friend asked me, he was like, because you know, I do strength training all the time, so he's like, what's the difference, you know, because you're in shape, you know. And I was like, honestly, it's much different. One thing is, you know, pushing yourself versus somebody else pushing you. Pushing yourself, I can push myself, but you know, I'm in control of how much weight I do, I'm in control of how much reps I do, I'm in control, right? But when you're getting trained by somebody else, they're pushing you, they're the ones telling you what to do, and you know, you gotta do it. And so that was one of the things. And plus, I do a lot more strength training than I do conditioning. I actually don't do a lot of conditioning anymore. I'm pretty sure most people don't remember, but a couple years ago I used to do 3 days a week conditioning and only 2 days a week strength training. And then I switched it up, and then now I do 4 days a week strength training, only like 1.5 days-ish I do conditioning, and even that conditioning is nothing compared to what I just went through. But I will say my experience was great. When I was finished, I was like, I'm never doing this ever again. But after, you know, the blood rushed back to my brain, I was like, you know what, I would definitely do this again. My girlfriend, she was the one who put it together, paid for it, she did everything, because she wanted me to experience what she experiences on a weekly basis, because yes, she gets trained by him once a week. I will say, aside from Mike being a great person and somebody that I like look up to and are motivated by, I would say he is a fantastic trainer. So if you're in the area, I definitely give him a shout out, hit him up, because like, I'm just saying from my experience, like being a trainer and then getting trained by a trainer, like I would recommend him to everybody. Like if I were to move or die or something like that, I would definitely trust him with my clients. I've told him this before in the past anyways, but even more so now, like it's not even just like how he explains things, it's like how he explains things, but also just how he motivates you during the actual session. When he sees you're burning out, when he sees you're like about to give up, he'll like say something motivating to like have you keep pushing, instead of like, you know, putting you down. He like lifts you up and like he like gives you like that fire, like to keep pushing and like to dig deep as you can, to keep trying to keep pushing. And that's what I needed, and I would definitely do it again. I know my girlfriend's thinking about how to make this happen more often, but yeah, it was a great experience, and once again, I highly recommend them. I'll try to leave his contact information somewhere in this video, maybe in the description. If not, send me a message and I'll send it to you. But yeah, definitely hit him up for some training. He's a fantastic trainer. But yes, I was definitely feeling extremely exhausted. It was a lot more mentally fatiguing than anything. My body was done as well. It was a lot going on, but once again, it was a great experience. And now that, like I said, the blood has rushed back to my brain, I feel like I would definitely want to do it again. I feel like I actually need to do this more consistently. I need to get pushed this hard on a consistent basis. So that his clients that I know train 2-3 times a week, I understand it, like I get it. Like I definitely would do that too if I had enough time and stuff. But anyways, I just want to give another, I guess, an unofficial shout out to Big Mike. Thank you for training me. Thank you for not killing me. But it was fun, and once again, he's a great trainer. Anyways, with that being said, I'm gonna say no videos are gonna be posted for the rest of this week. I didn't even do a follow along, so this is pretty much the only video I'm gonna make this week. I'm gonna enjoy time with my family for the holidays, and so hopefully you guys do as well. Even if you have to work, hopefully you do get to some time to spend with the people that you love. So happy Thanksgiving to everybody, and I'll see you in the next video. Let the torture begin. I don't know what's about to happen. You see what Mike has in store for me, so speed.
Back to around here.
Let's go.